and buy something before you get out of here. So, thanks to everybody for coming. It's really, my name is Fred McCollis. I'm the president of AT&T Alabama, and it's it's great to have fun days when you can come talk about good things with good friends. And I'm happy to be here with Secretary Canfield, with Mayor Strange, and with Chairman Dean from the Montgomery Commission to talk to you a little bit about kind of some things we're doing here in Montgomery. Our business is to connect people with their world, and it's never been a more exciting or dynamic time in our business than we're in right now. If you think about it, this iPad didn't exist 3 years ago. There wasn't one on the face of the earth. There are 100 million of these out there today. And that just gives you an example of what is happening in our world of communications and in the networks that we provide that support and power these devices. So we're in the process of transforming into advanced technologies from a network point of view. And it is something that has already started. It has been underway for many years, and will continue to accelerate as we go along. We're moving to what we call it IP. That IP simply means Internet Protocol-based networks, wireless and wireline. Simply put, that means networks, wireless and wireline networks that allow you to seamlessly interact with the Internet and use all of the thousands and thousands of applications that are out there today, not only at your home, but also seamlessly as you take and you go on the road. The two things that our customers have really asked us for are, one, mobility, and one, more Internet. And so what you see us doing today is enabling that as we go down the road. In order to do that, we have to invest in networks. That's what we do. That's our business. We invest, we build networks, and we sell services off of those networks. So in Alabama, it's a very capital-intensive business. Over 2010 to 2012, we invested about $1.4 billion in Alabama in capital. That's a little bit over $400 million a year. And that is something that we have done, at least since I've been back to the state of Alabama for the last 4 or 5 years. We've pretty much done that every year, year in and year out. But there's really more to come. We are announcing, or have announced, what we call a VIP, which means Velocity IP, which really means just what it sounds like, fast IP, and moving our Internet Protocol networks out faster along the way on both the wireless and the wireline side. We are committed to spend billions of dollars on this technology throughout our country, and we hope in Alabama to be able to get our share and a little more of that investment as soon as we can possibly get it. One of the things that we are expanding, if you talk about networks, is our wireless LTE network across the state and across the country. Since the first of this year, we've turned on about 140 sites in LTE across the state. In Montgomery last month, we were able to turn on 36 sites in Montgomery and Prattville. And we're going to be doing more of that as the days unfold. We'll be announcing more of that as we go along. We're able to do this because of, among other things, the close relationships and the leadership that we have throughout our government structure in this state, both local and statewide. We are very lucky to have here today with us Secretary Greg Canfield, who is my good friend and has just done an incredible job by anybody's estimation since the time he moved out of the legislature and got a real job. Secretary of Conf. Greg's Accelerate Alabama plan has really gotten a lot of acclaim across our country. It has done a lot for our state. We are proud to be a part of that. It recognizes the value of broadband networks and broadband connectivity and how that underlies economic development across our state. So Greg, thank you for being here. Appreciate it very much. Greg Canfield.
Well, thank you, Fred. It is good to have a real job. And that's really why we're here today. We're here about jobs. One of the great things about companies across the state of Alabama is that when we see companies who have located in the state of Alabama, made a conscious decision to take their capital, put that capital at risk in the state of Alabama, and to receive the type of payoff and the type of success that that company becomes increasingly more comfortable with reinvesting over and over again, taking new capital and plowing it back into their infrastructure and their operations. And in this particular case with AT&T, that's why we're here. Now, $1.4 billion investment over the last 3 years is significant. It's a significant sign of AT&T's commitment to their customers. It is a benefit to economic development for the state because the ability to communicate and move data at high speeds has become increasingly important in today's business world. The ability to have technology and the infrastructure to drive technology is a definite selling point when we're working with industries to have them locate in the state of Alabama. And it's important to the industries that are already embedded right here in the state of Alabama to have improved capability to move the data that's important to their operations and to the productions that they're engaged in each and every day. We appreciate at the Department of Commerce and Governor Robert Bentley all appreciate companies that make conscious decisions to reinvest in their operations and to grow in the state of Alabama. The 350 jobs that are going to come from this effort are new jobs for Alabamians, and they're good jobs for people across the state. And it's important that we have opportunities like this. And so the state is very proud to have a partner in the state like AT&T, and we appreciate the contributions that you make, and we appreciate the commitment to reinvesting and upgrading the services in the business and also providing a great place to work for Alabamians. So thank you very much, President.
So as Greg noted in his comments, whenever you make investments, with investments come jobs. And as a part of what we're doing here in the state of Alabama, we are very happy to announce that we have at this point 350 job openings across the state of Alabama. Most of them, a lot of them are devoted to outside plant technicians, to people who are actually going to be installing the networks that I've talked about putting out here today. So if you have an interest in actually looking for one of those jobs, you can go on the web, make sure I get the right website. It's AT&T. Not too hard. AT&T.jobs. Hard to forget that one. But so it is. It's great for us to be able to add to the already over 5,800 employees, great employees that we have in this state. So also here today with us at a local level, it's really important that we be able to work with local officials, both city and county. And when you come to Montgomery, you have the honor of dealing with a couple of folks who are just who are unbelievable at their jobs. Mayor Todd Strange, once he got a sense about him and left AT&T or South Central Bell 15 or 20 years ago, but he was with us at one point in time and left. And since he's become mayor of this town, he has really done an incredible job. All of you know what he's done to bring investment to downtown Montgomery and across the city, to bring jobs here. He has a budget process that is the model of this state and should be followed by many, many others. He's been a friend of ours, and I want to thank you for being here, Mayor Todd Strange.
I hope somebody got that on camera. That's a really good re-election speech. Very much. But you know, you've already let the cat out of the bag. Anytime you have conflicts, you got to declare them. And my conflict is that I did spend 17 years with Bell System, then the AT&T. Walter Byers and I have labored in those vineyards. And the truth of the matter is, most of my business principles came from the training that those 17 years gave me. And the beauty of that was you moved me to Montgomery, Alabama in 1977, and I did have an opportunity to leave here and go to Washington, D.C. to do some lobbying, but I didn't think I wanted to do that with a wife and 2 young kids. So that's the reason that I kind of stayed in Montgomery. But the other conflict is I get $700 a month check in my retirement. Having declared that, I will say that AT&T is a great company. It's great because they are forward-looking. You know, we broke the Bell system up in 1983, and now we're sort of kind of putting it back together, the plant technicians that he just talked about. We used to have a lot of plant employees, and now they're coming back to do this. And those 350 jobs, Fred, we're always very jealous, and we want to get more than our fair share of that. And we took a giant step forward last night when we had before the City Council a new agreement for them to bring additional services by AT&T to compete with some of the existing, to be able, from an end user standpoint, to have additional cable TV in Montgomery. And Ty corrected me and he said that's not really what it is. Okay. But at the end of the day, that's what the consumer sees it as a competitive endeavor to the rest of those. The jobs that they're bringing here, they are, in fact, real jobs. They're good paying jobs to the extent that they can take care of their family and provide for their family and have an education. So Fred, we are extremely proud and thank you for the confidence that you place in our community, because anytime that we have these kind of technologies invested, it just makes us more competitive as we go out with ADO and with the county to secure those jobs. Now, we've always had kind of an advantage in Montgomery because it's had one of the larger switch centers in the state, and we've never been able not to provide the services that any of these great companies that have come here. We've been able to meet that demand. And another thing that we're very proud of is all of the technology that's at Gunner and all the intercommunications that have to occur because of the great investment that AT&T and other companies have made in our community. So we thank you for that. We congratulate you for that, and we just appreciate the partnership that you reached out, and we didn't cut him any slack. I mean, it was a tough negotiation. It went down about 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon when Walter Byer gave me a call and said, "Will we agree?" And